Metal Slug.
Novel Horizons. We are excited to officially announce our next collab featuring a certain professional hikikomori genius. That's right. It's Hanya the Genius. Pre-orders coming soon. Oh shit. Novel Horizons figurine. Alright. Hey. We've been talking about KO a lot. Let's stay on topic. Apologies, Skaven enjoyers and Death P. Remind me next time. Alright? Remind me next time. I don't think I've done a Death Army on stream yet. Justice for Death next. And as to which one, we'll figure that out. But Death is next. Today is KO. And we looked at these in the faction focus, so we're skimming. We got Flying High. Which allows them to deep strike more than 9. And then you put your guys next to it. I remember this. The 4th edition, they started out, doesn't exactly spark joy tier, is where they were. They have a Transport Skyfarer's ability now, which has you, the guys essentially just like run along the ground next to the ship, which I think is really stupid. But they have a really good argument for why it works that way that we talked about last time, but I'll bring it up again this time. And I'm like, damn, that shit's stupid. It's really stupid, but I gotta admit, they make a really good point. And that is, you painted all 30 of your little guys, you painted them up, they look cool, and then you play the game and they're just off the table in a box somewhere, and you're just moving ships around. And that's unfortunate. It's a shame not to play with your models on the table. And by gum, that's a good argument. It just is. Like, it's stupid that the little guys are just standing next to the ships all the time. But probably better on the table than off the table. So, you fucking got me. You got me. And how does it exactly work? Okay. Reaction, you declared a non-charge move ability for a friendly sky vessel. Wholly Within 6 is pretty short. Well, no, it's not. Their bases are kind of... I still think Wholly Within 6 is kind of short. Yeah, I like the idea of them hanging off the edge of the boats with grapnel launchers and stuff like that. That's how you have to, like, imagine it. Those units have been transported. A unit cannot use charge abilities if it was transported in the same turn. Subtract 1 for hit rolls for shooting attacks, target friendly, Kharadron, and Overlord infantry while they're next to your stuff. So it protects, it gives them cover. That's kind of cool. Alright. Did we ever find out an answer to that one question that we had, any KO players? There was the frigate's like charge ability, and I wasn't sure if it allowed your guys to charge or not, because this thing says you can't charge, but it's specific, and now we care about keywords and exact wording of rules and stuff, and so I wondered if that thing worked or not. And it is a non-charge move ability, which is not a core move ability. Can you redeploy? Hold on. Tactics. So, can I redeploy and not even care what my role is, and just put a bunch of dudes, like, on the opposite side of a ship as somebody else? Can I do that? Is that legal? Frigate charge puts them in the combat if you want them to, but they have not specifically charged. Okay, so they haven't technically charged, but you can, like, get them into combat, which is kind of a charge. It's just not a keyword charge. Okay. Yes, the boats work with redeploy, and you can pull them out of combat to do so. It does work. If the units aren't using the charge ability, the boat is, yes. Cool, okay, so that's kind of neat. You can pull them out of combat doing that. It's kind of sick. Just a cool little tactical thing. You think it gets around it because they're not using the ability, they're just being targeted by something else's. Yeah, that's what I thought when I was reading it at the time, but I was getting a lot of pushback on that. And we didn't all really fully get the rules in any case. Transport rule is good. The Deep Strike has issues with ability ordering. How so? So you deploy and you do the thing deploy, right? Your movement phase. Pick a friendly sky vessel in the clouds. Your movement phase effect. Set up the sky vessel anywhere on the battlefield more than 9. Then set up all other units that were set up in the clouds with that sky vessel holding within 6 of it and more than 9 from enemies. Can I move then? No, right? Because core, you can't core move after a setup. Deploy abilities and then other deployment abilities in deployment phase. You can't move a boat in with guys and then power through and move them out since it's only once a turn. Redeploy does work though. Okay. You can't use any movement phase abilities after setup. Not even just core. Okay. And then battle formations. Meticulously maintained. Ignore the first damage point that would be allocated to each friendly sky vessel each phase. My opinion of this ability has been tainted forever. But it's unfair, okay? I'm gonna go back in time before I lost Stone Skeleton and it was replaced with this shit. And I'm gonna say about this ability what I said in first edition when I was talking about 1 or 2 of the units that used to have it, in second edition when I was talking about Chaos Dwarf Heroes, I think had this ability back then as well. And I'm gonna say what I said about it then so that there's no so it's objective, okay? We're being objective. This ability fucking sucks. However, it's better than people think it is, and it can add up sometimes. But it's not really that good. Which is what I said about it in second edition. Anyway. But it can add up. And it's better than people think, but it isn't good. Aether Runnas. Fastest vessels in the fleet. Add 2 to the move characteristic. I like that. That's just good, right? Endrinier's Guild Expeditionary Force. Once per battle deployment. Special procurement. Pick a friendly, non-unique Kharadron Overlords hero that does not have an artifact of power, and give it an artifact of power. This artifact of power is given to the unit during the deployment phase, not during any army composition. I gotta do my 4th edition React video soon, because I want to make the suggestion that we should be able to do this for just everything. We no longer even have battle line if anymore. It'd be cool. This one sounds good on paper, but you can't give them artifacts when they are in the sky. Really? Wait, what? Hold on. Let's talk me through this. It's not that I don't believe you. I just want to check the tapes. Oh, I bet we have to cross-reference the rule specifically that talks about what units can be affected by something if they're not on the table. Is that where we're going with this? Core rules deployment and rule 28. Okay. So if you are in the sky, you can't do this thing. I hope the KO players have submitted an FAQ about that. Because you like obviously should be able to from like I guess a balance perspective or something, and it's also something that I bet a lot of people wouldn't have noticed. I mean, I would play it how it's written, you know, but it's probably an oversight. It's the same in 40k. Units not on the board can't be selected for abilities, which is no fun. It comes up 2 more times in the index. See, it leads me to believe maybe it's a... They talked about it on Aethercast, and it feels bad, man. Grudge Settler Protocols. Add 3 to the range characteristic ranged weapons by friendly Thunderers and Gun Haulers units for the rest of the... Wait, for the rest of the turn? Oh, it's once per battle. No. I was about to say, hey, maybe you might... No, never mind. Once battle. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. N-O-P-E, nope. Your shooting phase only. So here's a question for you. To me, I'm looking at these and I'm like, yeah, +2 move. It's the most boring one, but it's the one that I want to take. Let's pretend for a moment that you can use special procurement. They fix it. FAQ comes out. Do you take this one now? Is this the one you take? Do you give up 2 move for an artifact? I guess I should look at the artifacts. It's artifact, right? Not trait. Yeah, artifact. Once per battle, any shooting or combat. Pick an enemy monster with... Nope. Monster? Not this edition. Once per battle, your shooting phase. Stop writing once per battle. I hate it. Okay, pick an enemy unit within 12. Ward rolls can now be made. Okay, your shooting phase once a battle. People say that everybody has wards now. It's not true. There's lots of armies that don't have any wards worth really much. I guess silver bullets are suddenly good instead of bad now because you're sideboarding, like during deployment. So I need not ignore something because it's a silver bullet, because right now suddenly that's good because you get to choose it at the last minute, right? So if you're playing against a ward army, then you take that one right. And if you're playing against monsters, then till the start of your next turn, subtract 1 from the number of dice rolled when making charge rolls for the target to a minimum of 1. Within 12, though. I think they'll still make it. Well, maybe it's within... When does this happen? Any shooting or combat phase? Well, it wouldn't be combat phase. It would be shooting. Which is after move, which is after they've redeployed. Once per battle, auto unbind. Take it. Yep, that's the one. I take this one. It's Voidstone Orb. That's the one I take. Yeah, damn, your artifacts suck. One of them is very good, even though it's once a game. I don't think you want this thing even if it does work. As I see it. I mean, I'm kind of an outsider, but... Charging up Everwinter just to get hit by this. Spending 3 battle rounds and 2 off-turn prayers with 5 priests, getting lucky on rolls, only for them to spend a once a game, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you just take the 2-inch movement. That's clear to me. Heroic traits. Lords of the Sky Fleets. Add 2 to the range of ranged weapons used by friendly KO infantry while they're wholly within 12 of Endrin Maestro. 2 isn't a lot. What are your ranges on all your stuff, I guess? Are they like painfully short, like less than 18? Or are the ranges fine, like 18 and over? 12 kind of sucks. We're looking for infantry though, right? Arcanaut Company. Privateer pistols on all of them. Crazy short range. This unit actually sucks. Because 10 inches is nuts. No. Bad. Rapid fire rivet gun. 2/3 of them get to have 15 inch though. So it would make it 17. Just maybe something. Thunderers are chilling at 18. Okay. Which is good. Makes it go from 18 to 20. And this thing goes from 10 to 12, which is not nothing. $18 to 12 is okay. Grudge Bearer. Pick an enemy unit to be the target, double the damage characteristic of this unit's weapons for attacks, target the enemy unit for the rest of the battle. That's cool, but do any of your heroes, are any of your heroes like damage guys? Like shoot damage guys for this thing to matter? It's gotta be this unit's weapons. Seems to be a fundamental misunderstanding about how the game works. Cunning Fleet Master. Each time a friendly sky vessel within 12 of this unit uses redeploy, roll 2 dice and use the highest. Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner. It's this one. To me, it's Fleet Master, no question. But Endrin Maestro is second place. Grudge Bear bad. Okay. Interesting. Brock Grungson. We've seen his war scroll, I think, right? 18 inch, but only 1 attack. Dumb. Don't like it. 6 magnate pistols is alright. This guy is almost 300. He costs as much as a Stonehorn Beast Rider. Brock Grungson. Pick up the 2 other friendly Skyfarer units within this unit's combat range. Within combat range. Add 1 attacks. Are you actually meleeing in this army? I know there's Engine Riggers and Sky Wardens. But those are like units of 3. Usually pretty expensive, low number of attacks. I guess this fixes the low number of attacks, kinda, but you gotta be in combat range. I suppose they're all flying and fast. Maybe when everything is meleeing into you, it would help. I suppose you do have a 3-up save. Three ships holy 24 is a big range. You can use run and still shoot and or charge. And then end of turn, 2 up, mortal damage equal to the roll. Okay. He's got gruesome bite. I don't know. What are the points on Skywarden's engine? 130 for 3, 150 for 3, so 300 for 6, 260 for 6. You might just not have enough models. Like if these happen to be 5-man units, you might do it, but like 3 is an awkward amount, maybe. Dirigible Suit Man. He's 220. Add 1 to field repair rolls for engine riggers while they're wholly within 12. Pick a friendly sky vessel within this unit's combat range to be the target. So you're like a big healer. Run, shoot, and charge is the big thing. Yeah, I mean that's the that was the standout for me. Argonaut Admiral. Your hero phase. Pick a friendly Argonaut company unit wholly within 12. Add D6 to target's control score. Okay. Pick a friendly sky vessel wholly within 24 that is not in combat. Add 1 attack characteristic to target's ranged weapons. I like the sound of it. It's once per battle. But I'm no longer in the Ogre Maw Tribes book, so the once per battle effects you don't have to roll to see if they still work, which is refreshing. I like that part about it. Holy 24 is pretty big too. It is Sky Vessel specifically, which is not also the guys inside, it's just the thing outside. Does a Sky Vessel shoot enough to make this worth it? I wonder. I'll look at it later. Once per battle deployment. Each time the target uses all attack while it's wholly within 12 of it, no command point is spent. Oh, free? Yo, you're good. Something like 5 or possibly even 6 or 7 free command points throughout the whole game. You'll love to see it. Bonus shooting, sure. Control score, sure. What do you cost? 180 is a lot, but that's a lot of command points you're buying. I like him. Admiral's another deployment phase issue. He can't use it on the deep strike ship. You know, I'm just going to assume they're going to figure all that out, but it is dumb. Anyway, Admiral, I like that guy. Navigator. This unit can use Unbind as if it were a wizard. Good, actually. Like, that's... You need that. That's good. Read the Winds. Once per turn army, your hero phase. So you don't want to... So you can't take multiple, really. Roll 6 dice. For each 1, pick a visible enemy within 18. For each 6, pick a visible friendly sky vessel within 18 of this unit to be a friendly target. So we pick an enemy target, we pick a friendly target. Inflict D3 mortal damage on each enemy target. If any damage points are allocated to an enemy target this way, halve its move characteristic until the start of your next turn. Okay. Add 3 to the move characteristic of each friendly target. 6 dice for each 1. So 1. Like... Or maybe even 0. Or maybe, oh, it could be 6. You could roll 6 ones. Oh, shit. Is 18 inches far enough away to have move characteristic be really good of an ability? It's your hero phase, but it lasts until your next turn. Maho Dan, thanks for the big prime. Appreciated for 4 months. Sorry, 5 months. Thanks a lot. This guy's ability works on what? Essentially a coin flip? Like he has like a 50% chance of being able to do this one time. You gotta be the kind of person who wants to roll hot. Like you're just not going to ever fail to roll a 1 on it. And then it's a really strong ability, but every turn that you fail to roll a 1 out of 6 dice, he's like, crap. I mean, he does have an Unbind. I just think the chances of rolling a 1 when you roll 6 dice is... I'm not good at statistics. Is it like 50%? Something like that? He's pretty cheap, 130, I guess. I maybe like him, I don't know. The ability's really strong, but I don't like how you resolve his ability. But then again, he's an unbind, which is super helpful. He doesn't take a... Oh, he doesn't? Hold up. Oh, he's a guild officer. Let's go. Is it like in the Ogre book where you don't want to take your main guy, or do you want to take your main guy? Like Derek, Flint... Arcanaut... Oh, Arcanaut Admiral is one of them. Never mind. Yeah, we do want to take one of our main guys. Okay. We're safe. Alright. I'm not 100% on resolving this ability, but the effect is really strong, and I think I want an unbinder anyway. So, Navigator, you're in. The price is right at 130. Alright, Dreki Flint. The Aethermatic Equalizer Mark III. Hey, let me know when you get a Mark IV that has more range than 10, though. Captain of the Ailsling. Pick a friendly Arcanaut Frigate to be the target. Another deployment phase ability. Does this one work right? Target has the Aisling keyword, add one to the damage characteristic of its melee weapons for the rest of the battle. Cool. Pick an enemy monster in combat with this unit to be the target. Probably won't be, if I'm honest. It's the end of the turn, too. She can handle it. You can re-roll run rolls and charge rolls. Cool. What a way to spend the end of National Wing Day with the flats. Is it National Wing Day? I'm going to get some wings. I'm going to do it. Do people like this guy? Add one to the damage characteristic of its melee weapons. You can reroll run and charge rolls. Kind of like that with redeploy. Wait, no. Does that not count as a run roll? It's not. Never mind. That's a redeploy roll, not a run roll. Pardon me. It has the run keyword, but it's not a run roll specifically. That's the reason there. You cost 180. Oh, and you get a free frigate. Neat. Actually, everybody else gets whatever. It's not free. You have to choose a frigate. So if you were going to play one of those, you play him. If you weren't, you don't. This goofy guy. Yeah, there's a lot of guild officer options now. Once per turn army or hero phase, pick a friendly sky vessel. 2 up for the rest of the turn. The target can use retreat or run and still shoot. Sweet. No mortal damage is inflicted on the target by retreat abilities. Nor should it. Ever. I don't know why that... How come they did that this edition? How come shit takes damage when it retreats? You know? Why? That was a head scratcher for me. Endrin Master. Pick a friendly sky vessel within this unit's combat range to be the target and you heal. Okay. I like retreat, run, and... Oh, it's a normal 2-up as well. It's not a D3 2-up. It's a normal 2-up. Twice as likely to succeed. Neat. Once per turn army. Code right. This is the Bookman. I like Bookman. Advisory roll. Once per turn army or hero phase. Pick up to 3 visible friendly KO units. Roll a die for each. On a 3-up, pick one of the following effects to apply to that target for the rest of the turn. So your hero phase. your turn only. 2 to control score. 1 to run and charge. No mortal damage is inflicted by retreating. Also, best melee weapon name in the game is Battle Tome. Just the best melee weapon name in the game. I'm not, like, blown away by any of these abilities, but he's funny. And really good name for the melee weapon. Aether Chemist. This guy used to be so sick. And then he wasn't good. And then he was good again because he could specifically get Spell in the Bottle. And now what's he doing? Once per turn army, your shooting phase. Etheric Augmentation. Pick a friendly KO infantry, wholly within 12. Roll die, 3 up, add 1 to the rend characteristic. Good, okay, yeah, good buff. I don't like rolling a 3 up for it. But that's a good buff, +1 rend. Atmospheric Isolation. The Choking Fug. Pick an enemy unit in combat with it, roll die, 3 up, subtract 1 from hit rolls. Damn, Mr. I hope you love your shit not working constantly with really strong effects. Boo. Okay, well, so you take an Aether Chemist, but you're not happy about it. And then your shit just randomly doesn't work all the time. Is that what this guy is? Or do people just not take him? Because I want -1 to get hit. I want +1 rend. Mr. Fug. 3d6, 4s and 4s, 2, 1. He always did have the 2 rend 1 damage, which is weird. No, he's awful. Nobody is using him. Good. Send a message that this shit is not okay. I agree. Argonaut Company. These guys always make me sad. Because they were modeled with little pistols, and I think they should have had little rifles. Because since they're modeled with pistols, they think they should have no range. Instead of range. Fours and 4s, no rend, 1 damage. Bleh. Bleh. Add 1 hit rolls for this unit attacks a target enemy unit contesting objective. Okay. And then you have your 1 in 10 that can replace with the funny weapons. 1 shot, 4s and 3s, 2d3. Anti-monster? This thing's a crit 2 hits. What does company cost? Probably just 100? Yeah, 110. No, sir, I don't like them. I just don't like the unit. Engine Riggers. 2 health, 4 up. They either have saws or what did they replace their saw, right? With the cool guns. So they have to either be... What's the cost on them? 260 for 6. Three saws, 4s and 3s, 2d3, huh? Just like the olden days. And they do field repairs. So six guys. Let's pretend we're building a melee army now. We have 6 of them. We got Brock for +1 attacks. They're in combat range with them. There is a unit champ, right? Oh, cool. It says champion, not champion 1 of 3. So there's just 1 champion then. Even if it's 6. So 25 attacks next to Brock. 25 attacks, 4s and 3s, 2d3. We'll all out attack him. Like 15. And then 9. Alright. You can like maybe produce melee damage with these guys if you're all in on it. And you don't use any of the funny guns. I don't know if the points are worth it, but... And then there's Sky Wardens, who... Their Sky Peg is way worse. Well, it's not way worse, but 2 attacks. Crit Mortal, though. Interesting. What I like with Crit Mortal is high volume of attacks. Not a very... Like, 6 of them, 12, 13... 2 of them are gonna do Crit Mortals, maybe. I don't think that's enough. You could do 3 per with Man. Pick an enemy unit. Oh, end of any turn, though. And then you get to retreat. So the difference in cost is 1. These are more expensive than engine guys, huh? So Sky Warden's 300, Brock. Oh yeah, I forgot he's 290. You don't. No way. Paying 290 for +1 attacks. I don't know if I can do that. Yeah. I think if you want to do melee, you just take engine riggers and a frigate, and you don't do the Brock thing. Instead of like Sky Wardens +300 plus babysitting. Nah. Grunstock Thunders. Oh, I forgot to look at their defense. Yeah, they just die. They are dead. They explode. Grunstock Thunders are 2 wounds on a 3-up. It's kind of big. They got some rifle shots. They got some Grunstock mortars. Is this like last edition where Aethershot Rifle was just actually pretty good? I think you take the mortars still. Shoot in combat with the fumigators. If this unit has not used a move ability this turn and was not set up this turn, its ranged weapons have shoot in combat for the rest of the turn. Oh, well you get that anyway. Yeah, why bother? You get that. Cool. What do you cost now? The Thundies. 140 for 5, 280 for 10. This thing is like never happening. Unless it's your opponent's turn and you're just actually in combat already and chilling or something. I don't know. Not Ironclad. I think we looked at the frigate, but we didn't look at the Ironclad. $20 health, 3-up save. 5 control. No ward detected. This unit is armed with Aethershot carbines, Aethershot torpedoes, boarding weapons, and one of the following 3. Great Sky, Great Sky, Great Folly. So all 3 of the greats, those are the choices. Either 24-inch 2 attacks, 4s and 2s, 2d3 plus 3. Or 24, 2, 3, and 2, 2d6. This is a really good damage characteristic. 2 shots hitting on 4s, in my personal experience, means 0. But just roll 6s, like easy, right? I suppose if you want to be in range of these, you could go for this. 4d6, what is that average? 14. 14, and so 7 hit and 4 wound. And then they make 4 saves, so they fail 1, and then they take 1. No, wait, it's anti-infantry. Okay. Oh yeah, you get free AoA every single turn. You're right, it's a turn aim. You get AoA for absolutely free all the time. Let's go. Which is cool. An enemy unit does not have the fly, and this unit passed across. Roll 10 dice for each 4 up. Inflict the mortal. Passing across an enemy in your movement phase. Like, 10 is not a lot. 10's very low. If you're outside of combat, 3.1, and you pass across them and land, that's already 6. A little more even. So passing across someone and landing is actually pretty hard. You have to be really close to them to do that. Well, no, you're right. Person. Yeah, Leon Duval. They are 12 because of our sub-faction, which makes it a lot more doable. I'm just looking at this and seeing 5 mortal wounds, and I like the sound of that. Although I should learn to start calling them mortal damage instead of mortal wounds. But I've had 8 years of saying mortal wounds, and I need to break the habit. Combined model count to 22, so you take Admiral, Navigator, and 20 Thunders. Like, that's the big shoot. That's what I secretly want to be good, right? Great engine works. Pick one of the following effects to apply for the rest of the battle. Oh, they put your mount traits on the war scroll. They're like, you can't live without your mount traits. We're gonna print them right on the war scroll. Interesting. Add 2 to the unit's move. Oh shit, can we go 14 with this thing now because of our sub-faction? Hold on, let me cross-reference here. Add 2 to the movement characteristic of all friendly sky vessels. It's just all friendly sky vessels. Which means the Ironclad is cruising speed at 14. Add 1 to the total number of units and 10 to the total number of models this can transport. It's got like a double-decker thing on top of it. This unit can use the Unbind abilities if it has a wizard. Actually, that's really useful. That's really useful. This edition? When your opponent's summoning some fucking bullshit on your own turn every time? Anyway, cool. How many Ironclads can fit in one army? I don't know. It depends on how many turtles this costs. As you know, a turtle is 500 points, and so the unit of measure for points that we use is more or less than 1 turtle. TU. Ironclad is 1 turtle unit. 1 TU. It's a turtle. Hey, alright. So if you wanted to play 2 of these in the army, that would be a lot. I don't know if you could fit that. Yeah, what's the TQ, the turtle quotient? They don't get their mount rate if they deep strike, yeah, because they wrote the rule wrong. Alright. I think you probably end up having to only play 1. In my head, the points don't work out, because it's 1,000 for 2 of these. And then if you want 10 Thunderers, it's 260. If you want 20 Thunderers, it's 520. And you can't really fill the other ironclad up with anything. You don't have enough points for that. You play a few heroes and you're already at like 17 something. It's probably one full ironclad and then a bunch of like stuff. But that's what I would do. That's what I like. Like if I'm playing KO, it's ironclad 20 Grunstock Thunderers all the way. Because it's like the thing, right? It's the shooting army, it's the ship army. So you take the biggest shoot guys, and you take the biggest ship thing. It's like you play Iron Jaws, you want to play Brutes and Maw Crusher. It's just like it's the thing that you do. Anyway, that's cool. The frigate, it's cool that it has like an assault thing in melee. I just don't want to do that in this army, really. If I want to fight, I'll choose a fucking Gluttonen. I will bust guts. Or play whoever, Corn, something, I don't know, whatever melee army. Every army's melee. Is it weird, chat, if you play the literally every army is melee, the game, and you choose the one, like, ranged army, you play melee in it? Is that weird, or is that, like, you play EverQuest and then you choose a Necromancer and just solo? You just like to do the thing that you're kind of not supposed to. I think that's reasonable. I think a lot of people like to do stuff like this. Like, I want to play an MMO so I can solo and never talk to anyone. But that's actually, like, really common, I think. Anyway, we looked at this thing before. And it gets to charge, and the setup targets get strike first, which is cool. And you just put some engine riggers in here and Derek Flint. Ahem. And you get to roll chainsaw stuff. Oh, wait. Oh, hold on. Be right back. This is show and tell. I have something to show the class. Be right back. Alright. I remembered an old painting project that I, like, assembled these guys and never painted them. And I was just reminded. We're looking at KO, okay? I gave him... I don't know if you can see it because my camera will not. It absolutely will not focus. But I gave them the Rocketeer helmets and the Rocketeer backpacks. And I was going to paint them up with, like, red leather, you know, do the Rocketeer outfit with them. I only have one squad of engine riggers. But I found the actual Rocketeer helmet for them all. And the little backpacks. And I never painted these. I, like, kind of forgot about them until just now. Anyway, I should put paint on those. And then have, like, the blimps be the... Well, actually, I guess you couldn't do the blimps, because it's like a Nazi blimp, and you don't want to be that guy. But everything else could be pretty cool. Anyway, I just have a little 3-man unit of them. Is Heywoah going to start playing KO? No, I just have 3 of them that I'm like, damn, I'm going to do some engine riggers, because they came out with KO. And I'm like, oh, those guys are cool. I'm going to make them just a little 3-man unit, give them custom helmets and have it look like the Rocketeer and paint them up, and it'll just be a nice little thing. I'm going to take a decent picture of them, but I got to paint. I'm going to put paint on those guys. Anyway, it just reminded me of that, and I went and got it. Gotta give them the flat brims. I love the Rocketeer, and themed KO army would be great. Yeah, Rocketeer I fondly recall. Good script. Good script, classic, classic Americana, I guess, of a movie. Grunstock gun hauler. It's a fucking bathtub with a cannon in it. It's kind of like an iron blaster in a way. Except, can it hold guys? It can hold 5 men. While any friendly Arcanaut ironclads or frigates are within its combat range, both have a... Oh, cool. This is how you get a ward. Okay. So, this is how we get a ward. I don't know that I was exactly trying to get... You know, I roll my 2 4-ups to hit and fail and then pass the turn kind of cannon. But it's got a small transport capability. And it gives a ward. How much do they cost? 200. No. Alright, and that's it. You don't know that The Rocketeer was good, but it was definitely fun, and that's worth something. The script was very well written. It's tight, and the movie's fun, and one of the ways that I critique a movie is, you know, it's the classic thing. What were you trying to do, and did you succeed? So, you know, there you have it. It's hella hammy, and hella corny, and hella, like, Silver Age America, right? But that's exactly what it's trying to do, and it succeeds at it, so fair enough. Anyway, how do I feel about KO now? Can we say 1 broken ability, except it's 5 broken abilities, but it's the other definition of broken, as in straight doesn't work? I think it's really cool to put 20 Thunderers and an Admiral in an Ironclad and just fucking shoot shit and do, like, skateboard kick flips back and forth between shit. Like, that's cool. Everything else the army's doing is, like, expensive and weird, and the puzzle pieces don't work right, then you don't have a wizard and you don't have a priest, and you can't really interact with manifestations, and it's spaghetti. Spaghetti's just kind of fallen out of your pockets this edition. It still does not exactly spark joy. Possibly even battle traits fail because they don't work right now. You know what? I'm going to put them in D tier as a joke. Because the broken ability are the abilities that don't actually function. It's the other definition of broken. Get owned. And so I bet what you are is you are an expensive spaghetti rules, can't interact with most of the game, but I bet you're really annoying to play against. So it's the worst of everything. Like, you end up losing, but your opponent complains about you after beating you. It's one of those, I think. Is this tier based on vibes or power level? Vibes, for sure. It's explicitly not power level. It's a excitement to play it or hype tier list. When I was making the tier list, I'm like, this is not power level. It's not win percent. It's not how strong you are. It's just how fun you look. Like, that's it. How fun you look to play. Like, how excited am I? I read your rules. Do I want to go out and buy the army? You know, it's pretty vibes based, right? But I think that's almost all we can do at this point anyway, and I think that's really important. Especially if the stuff is true. Yeah. You're gonna win, and you're gonna hate every minute of it. Against me. Alright. Norgrim's fine too, but it gives them more of what they already have, and a priest. Black Talon is really what they should go for. Chaos Transport rule is their actual good role, but it's also super annoying. Yeah, I think it works that way too, you're right. I think it does. Alright. That was shorter than I thought for KO. But I guess it worked out anyway. Remind me next time, chat, that we're doing death. We haven't done any death. Justice for death. We've done a lot of destruction. We've done several order. We've even done a chaos or two. Bobby Briccolini. Yeah. Bobby Briccolini is somewhat diminished this edition. We got time for FEC because there's like 2 units in it, yeah. OBR next time, maybe. I'm hesitant about OBR because maybe I need to not listen to the hype. I gotta go into it fresh. Clear my mind and just experience. That's what you should do after all. So maybe I'll do that. I don't need to read Night Haunt because everybody says it's so good, so I don't care. You know? I don't need to see why it's so good or how it's so good. I don't care. It's 1 out of 26 armies. I'll never play against it. You gotta win to play against Night Haunt in the tournaments. I won't be doing that. Who cares? I wonder if it's... Maybe it's Flesh Eater Courts next. I don't know. KO needs a few units to function this edition, to be honest. A melee anvil, at least. I've always said that the next obvious addition to KO is the... What is that? The Big Daddy from Bioshock. Just some big brass scuba diving ass harness. Like, one of his hands is a big drill, kind of 12-foot tall exoskeleton thing. Just something like that. I think would fit pretty nicely. Seraphon in A. I can't remember my reasoning. I would have to look and go back. I can't remember anything about Seraphon. This is my fault, not Seraphon's fault. It's just, to be quite honest, I don't really like dinosaurs that much. And Seraphon rules are always like stupid and annoying and good. And I just don't care. I just don't care. Words, words, words. They're all so good. And it like goes in one ear and out the other. Yeah, you can do all this shit. Whatever. When I write their section of videos, I really do try. You know, I give it a good shake. But on a personal perspective, Seraphon is like hella not what I'm about. Seems like it plays Raptidons and Agridons only, and you can't take all the fun heroes at once anymore. I heard the Raptidons and Agridons are good. You want to be oops all Froge mages. Tanky, brick dinos, and a bunch of skinks and stuff, yeah. Soulblight is mostly the same, but eating good with everyone being a wizard, yeah. Dude, I saw their battle trait. It's so good. It's so good. Like, you look at some of these, what do they call sub-factions now? Battle formations. Hey, ignore the first damage point that would be allocated to each friendly sky vessel each phase. Damn, dude, that fucking sucks. What a nothing ability. And then, what do we got for Soulblight? You know? What are we doing for that? Add 1 to casting rolls for friendly vampire units while they're not in combat. And add 1 to wound rolls for combat attacks made by friendly vampire units that charge in the same turn. What? These are not similar. Like, holy. All elementary age boys either go through a path of monster trucks or dinosaurs. Heywoah was just being on brand. When I was a child, I didn't like monster trucks or dinosaurs. I was a weirdo. I was a fucking weirdo. I was into neither of those two things, even as a child. I was an alien hermit, even from the age of 6. I liked Legos. I liked building stuff. Anyway. Oops All Vampires Battle Formation is the coolest. Yeah, this shit's kind of nice, though. Anyway, I'm going to hit publish. I'm going to do it. Did you like Redwall? Are you excited for Bloomborough? When Redwall came out, I was a little too old for it. My brother read it, and he liked it. Am I excited for Bloomborough? I'm excited for the exactly 4 singles that I'll be buying from that set for my commander decks. Yes, for sure. I really like Bloomborough. It's got fanciful, characterful art. It's finally we're getting a Magic IP instead of just sell out, cash grab, slop, fucking Marvel garbage. Now I'm all upset. Anyway, I am looking forward to Bloomborough. It's nice, it looks cool, it's a Magic IP, they look like they're having fun with it. The cards seem very strong. There's a lot of good commander cards in it, and as a commander player myself, I appreciate that. And I'm going to buy probably 4 or 5 of the singles from there and slot them in my commander decks and have a good old time. I don't care much for bunnies and squirrels and rats and foxes and stuff. I don't care. Like, whatever, right? But mechanically, I like them, and I like the art too. It's a perfect time for my cam to freeze. No, all right, we're back. We're back. As a child, you like Legos, dwarves, and World War II planes. Yeah. Yeah, overall, I appreciate it. Man, every time they print a set that's not Disney's, Marvel's, McDonald's, Fortnite, they'll remember this, you know? I just want all those to fail really hard, and I want their own IP to succeed, secretly. But it's much too late for that. Go to sleep, Grandpa. Anyway, TY for watching this fine evening. I will see you guys Thursday for Rifto Day. And then Friday for AOS Day. I hope you enjoy episode 2. And also, as soon as I'm done with this stream right now, I'm going to make a thumbnail and then click upload. Actually, it's already uploaded. I'm just going to click public for the YouTube video. So please enjoy that for an hour. If you want to hear some guy absolutely bitching about Ogre Maw Tribes. I'm just kidding. It's a feedback video. And for an hour, I talk about the things that I like about it. And I give them, like, this is good, and other things, not so much. But it's just feedback, how I feel right now. Anyway, I tried to be helpful, but also kind of entertaining. And I hope you like the video, and I hope you like the Rift stream. And see you Thursday. Thanks for watching.